My name's Annie Blight. I was born on May 13th, 1988. I came to Australia when I was nearly 2 years old. Came to Australia for the sole purpose of being adopted by my parents. A better life here than in adopted by the age of 5, but I came to Australia when I was nearly 2 years old. My mother absconded from the hospital when she had me, and I was in the hospital since I was 1 year and 4 months. Then I moved to the children's receiving home in Legazpi. When I was in the children's home, they didn't really have a proper incubator to put me in, so they had to use 2 big Coke liter bottles of hot water, wrap that around towels, and just put it side by side next to me until I got the proper heating conditions to actually grow fuel. I've always known that I was adopted, but I think probably when I was 3, my dad told me, and I went back to the Philippines. And we found them in Manila, but we traveled to Legazpi to find them, which is the original birthplace of myself and my mother. I have 3 other half-sisters. We first decided to look for my parents was back in 2008. We went to Legazpi and we searched for my mother first, and we went to different barangay captains which was in the area, and we pretty much asked them if they've seen a Marie Joy Malate, and apparently the barangay captain was married to a said Malate, and so one of them came over to the house, and one of the relatives, which has the last name Malate, recognized my facial features and said I remind her of one of her relatives. So she pretty much told the barangay captain, and then he went off and told somebody else, which happened to be my uncle. So my uncle went and told my mom about the whole situation, about how a girl was looking for her. We went to, I think, one of the people that could help us find her, and so we were traveling around the whole of Legazpi trying to find them. And I think on the second night we found her and arrived to live with her for about 2 days, just to see how it feels like, and also to get to know the family and stuff. We arrived at the place where we were supposed to get picked up, and I thought there was a house over there, so I thought they had pretty good living conditions, until one of our sister's husbands had to take us down an alleyway and then down through another, I guess, laneway over a bridge, which is surrounded by water, and then you'd have to go up again, and then they just lived in a small shack kind of thing that was just made out of like wood and concrete. It was very small as well. Well, there was my mother and my sister that lives in one of the houses, and then they shared another room with my 2 other sisters with their family. So my oldest sister, she has a husband and she now has 3 children. My second oldest sister has 1 child, but is planning on having another child. And my youngest sister is now 16, so let's hope she doesn't end up like my mom. Well, my mom was going through financial issues because she already had 2 older children of her own by the same father. And then she wrote me a letter to say what happened, because I asked her about it. And she said that pretty much she met my father while she was working as a receptionist, and they got to know each other, and obviously stuff happened. And she found out that she was pregnant, and she told my dad, but he didn't really want a kid, so she left him, and then she didn't know whether or not to have me or abort me, I guess. And she told her friend about it, and she's like, no, just keep the baby. So she kept me. She had me at Legazpi, and she still didn't know whether to keep me or not, in a way. So she decided to leave because she had financial issues, and then after she left, she went to Manila, which she now lives in, and she took her 2 oldest daughters after she made enough money to build a house over there, per se. The government did, because they had to go through an adoptive process. They had to go through legal issues as well. Well, my mum and my dad wanted to have children, but I just guess they couldn't really. So they had to go to the Philippines to have a look at. I don't know, so much issues. My adoptive parents decided to raise me here because it's pretty much better living conditions than over in the Philippines. You have much more better opportunities here. You get better lifestyle. You actually can get a job. You can get education. It's so much better over here than over there.